Okay, today I'm going to show you how to do ball joints. I lost a ball joint running on a road while driving, and now I've got to replace them. Thankfully, I have the ball joints already. This is the side that I lost the ball joint on, so I'm going to do it to show you the general idea, and I'll show you what it's supposed to look like when I get to the other side. But I'm also using myself a new tool and another new tool. So kind of a review on this as well. So first thing we need to do, move this cotter key, and hopefully yours isn't like this one is, where it's not quite lined up correctly. But I've already kind of started working on it. Just little taps there. And you go, because of the way this one's messed up, I'm going to remove the whole steering knuckle, because I have to pull my axle shaft out, because when I lost it, this is why you need to do your preventive maintenance, people. I lost the CV joint. Just totally destroyed my front half shaft. So, yep, all this has to come off. And now if I can get that out. So I'm pulling both front axle shafts. The other side needed replaced anyways. So now I'm going to replace both of them. Stay tuned. So yeah, that took me about 2 seconds. That Harbor Freight impact. Now that's the big one, the 3/8 impact. Hercules. Didn't even act like it was hardly anything. It hit it about 4 or 5 times and just spun it right off there. My magnet head's a little bigger than I anticipated. I want that one out too. So, I'm starting this project. It's about 10 till noon. Oh wow, that one. Cool. This one's going to slide out real easy. So, I'll move this knuckle out of the way and show you how bad the ball joint was. So to get the knuckle out of the way, I'm going to have to take top ball joint off. I'll just unbolt these here. This ball joint has been replaced before because these come from the factory riveted in. So, that's good news. I don't have to grind the rivets off. But it just completely sheared it off. I'll get a better view of it once I get the knuckle pulled out of the way. Okay, I got the top one out. Off. That bolt was very hard to pull out, but that impact did her. Alright. Had a hammer on it a few times. So what we've got here is, see the ball joint's still down here. Here's where it connects to the knuckle. They're held in with a snap ring. I'll get my snap ring pliers here in a second. I gotta support the knuckle or take the caliper off. I haven't decided which, in such a way that it won't damage my brake hoses. But yeah, the upper one's is the easy one. I'm doing the bottom one first so I can get the knuckle put back on so I can do the upper one. But yeah, you can see it's kind of, they've had a good run. I mean, at some point in time the greaser broke off that one. So yeah, I'll get the snap ring off this and I'll get my new tool set up and try getting it out of here. I'm gonna let that sit there and soak up some more penetrant, because I've been soaking it. Well, I try to figure something else out. Because I took this breaker bar and snapped it. Focus. But we're going to go ahead and take this piece here out. So we'll just undo it here. and then take the nut off. Hit it with a little blaster, and then we'll beat it out. I believe it's moving. And I'll bring it back after I got it done. Okay, that one was just this half of it. I just whacked it once with that monster. This one, I had to heat. I had to go get myself a MAP gas torch. You have to get the MAP gas tip for it. But it was neoprened in there. And then I had to drive it down and out. And there it is. By the way, it's still hot. You can see the neoprene on it right there. So I'm going to clean that up with a drum sander a little bit and press the other one in. So yeah, that press would work if I could get this thing up in the air so I can get underneath it. But since there's how high off the ground I am, this is what I can do. Like I said, that came completely apart. So I gotta take that out yet. Kind of setting it up backwards. I've got a ratchet on here because I don't want to do an impact. But bring it in. This is a lot better than having to beat them in. Okay, I've bottomed out what it feels like. Let me reset it up. Just kind of flip that top piece over. Alright, let me set it back up again. I was able to get that in there. Finally. Let's finish bringing her on in. I'm going to have to set the phone down for this part because I got to kind of hold it steady. Okay. Should be fairly, really can't see, but yeah, she's all the way up in there. Get my snap ring, or where the heck I put it. And then it'll go right there. Kind of doing this by myself. Where did I put my snap ring pliers? Just a second, folks. Okay. Looks like this one's bent. Do my best. Switch it down for a second here to show this. And do it one-handedly. Just kind of put it on there. And take a screwdriver. Kind of sew that. Sorry. See, it's in there. Gotta make sure it's in there all the way around. And then I gotta set it back down on that snap ring. I'll make sure that's good. Okay. Alrighty, the bottom one's in there. Now I gotta get the top one out. And I may have to hook it back up to my upper A-arm to do that, but first I'm going to remove that piece of half shaft. I'm taking the half shafts completely out for now because of this one getting destroyed when I lost the ball joint. I will bring these back when I'm ready to do the top of the ball joint. Okay, same thing on this one. Just undid the cotter key, unbolted it, supported my system here, and took my 8-pound sledge and drove it back out. Okay, so you gotta get that one sucked up tight. On some of these, some of these, so you can clear right there like so. Okay, so I've got 2 bolts started in the top, and now I'm going to take that jack up that A-arm until I can get the bolt started there. Okay, so tighten it up, and then what I do is I typically back it back off until that hole's visible. And this one, a wee bit different. The hole's a little higher up. But anyways, you take your cotter key, run it through there. I'm gonna have to back this one off just a hair more. Change out sockets again here. Sorry you guys are looking at my pant leg here, but it's easier for me to see what I'm doing this way. Okay, where did I set that cotter key just now? I just had it. Here, oh, there it is. Okay. Feed it in through there, and then bend the ends over. Now I like to leave enough room it can wiggle. When I bend the ends over, and if you live in the Midwest, you understand. Like so. See? That's how I bend them over. They can wiggle around, move, vibrate back and forth, whatever. You have a grease zerk fitting. Put your grease zerk in. And then grease your ball joint and put the wheel back on and you're done. Alrighty. And there you go. Got her greased. Got my bolts all tightened up here. And you notice there's one different. It's the reason you never throw away your old bolts. Just stripped the threads right out of that nut. But now you're done. You just gotta clean up your mess, put your tire back on. Pat yourself on the back for another job well done. Some money saved on labor costs if you're able to do this kind of thing. And you know it's done right. Or at least it's done to your specifications. So if you're doing the other side, do the other side the same way. Well, you won't have to deal with a ball joint busted in half, hopefully on that side. And yeah, just get out there, fix your stuff. I say remember your cotter keys, tighten all your bolts, including your nut, and put your tire back on. So yeah, there it is, folks. Go out there and wrench on something, or at least continue to enjoy watching me do it. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. One thing I learned that I did incorrectly earlier in the video was I left my half shaft out, and I wound up having to replace my wheel bearing because the half shaft holds them together. So yeah, be sure to put your half shafts in your four-wheel drive models. I just took my axle apart and did it that way. But yeah, The axle comes through here. That sits on there like that. That other bearing, which is gone now. Sorry. And it's all held together by the shaft. So when you fix something, sometimes you create another problem, but learn from it like I did. Thank you.